Even though it's on an end count, ladies, you have to take a very big step. Because if you take a little itty bitty step, it's gonna be really hard to get around. So it's gonna be a slow, or it's on a quick count, quick. You gotta take a fairly decent sized step on that step. If you take a step like this, it's gonna be really hard to get around, okay? So think of a telemark. You're gonna do back with your right and forward with your right with a heel turn, but it's just overturned just a little bit. So slow, quick, quick, and quick, quick, hold. Think of it as a telemark, ladies. Don't cut that step short. Okay, check. You're doing a recover, pivoting around and stepping forward. It's a slip action. Slip action, but it's called a switch because you turn halfway around. A little bit different. So try that. So outside swivel, lilt, pivot. You do your outside swivel, and then you're both gonna take a forward step, she pivots, and then you take a forward step. And this particular one is a kind of a little bit of a turn more than normal.
Should be facing the other way.
Huh?
Facing the other way. Start facing the other way.
Start facing feather, which puts the man facing reverse line and dance, diagonal wall, outside swivel, lilt, pivot. 1, 2, and
I did turn it, but not enough.
yeah, you gotta turn it to face the wall, basically.
Is that what the pivot is, that turning?
The pivot is when the ladies come in front.
But the turning, you just know it's a turn.
Reverse line, diagonal wall, you have a lead foot free. So the outside swivel is here. And then the little pivot is here and here. So the little pivot is those 2 steps. The outside swivel is not part of it. So outside swivel, little pivot to a feather finish. Urquhart. Back, back, back. And that is hard because she's used to doing all the turning around. And for her to remember that she's supposed to back up is hard. He has to come around you. So you're gonna do, and it's an upper body rotate change. So it's back, 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 and then slip. Okay? Forward, but you're gonna bring her in front of you. So there's a pivot. And now he's gonna step forward and pivot to face wherever. And I think what's going on with a lot of you is when you do that lilt pivot, you're doing the lilt part and then you're trying to turn all the way around here to get over here. Don't turn, put your foot on the floor, then turn.
Yeah, I think you're trying to get all the turn on that first step.
Yeah, you need to take your step and then
We don't do any turning, I feel like I just step back, not that we're
Yeah.
actually continuing the turn on that.
the whole thing. Slow, quick, quick. So there's pivot on the end of that after your foot hits the floor. I think that's what a lot of you are having. 1, 2, 3. Don't turn that far. Reverse line. Weave in. Yeah, come on the end. There is no slip. That's why we're in trouble. There is no slip on that. It's just a plain reverse Fallaway to banjo. So if we do a reverse Fallaway, where are you ending up, fellas? Here. Your reverse line diagonal wall. To banjo. Don't slip. Just bring her to banjo. And then you do your weave ending. on the end. There is no slip. That's why we're in trouble. There is no slip on that. It's just a plain reverse Fallaway to banjo. So if we do a reverse Fallaway, where are you ending up, fellas? Here. Your reverse line diagonal wall. To banjo. Don't slip. Just bring her to banjo. And then you do your weave ending. Okay? So you're going to do your starter reverse wave. Why wasn't there room for my feet? And you're going to start to check and weave. Slow, quick, quick. Now, you're going to go into the center. So ladies, you're in banjo. Just go forward. He's doing back. Zigzag. 2, 3, 4. And then now you're going to weave ending 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is a cross pivot. So it's a pivot, and then the doodly do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So the ladies have to switch over to the other side on that cross pivot. Okay? So you're stepping forward, and the ladies are doing a turn basically in place as he comes across, and then you step out of it and do your doodly do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he puts his hands on her hips.
But then he goes back to shadow at the end, right?
Yeah, and then you go back to shadow. Yeah, yeah. Or shadow or skaters, whichever to start. And then he's going to put her hands on his hands on her hips as you're doing like the second step of the thing. So you're going to start it here, and that where his hands go down on her hips. Then you're going to come across and across here. And then you go your doodly do, and you go back to stairs for a reverse turn. Okay?